Okay, so welcome back to another video. It is actually Saturday evening, so I've already trained. I basically just haven't picked up my camera today because I have been on a mission. I had to rush around this morning. We had a family meal this afternoon, so I didn't really have time to film anything, do any recaps of my session during it because I had to just get to my parents' house, get done, get ready, and then go. So let's take a look at how the session went. So it is week 4, Saturday, so it was my heavy squats, heavy bench for the week. Let's take a look at how they went, and then I will chat things through.
Fatal attraction, lovers in action, yeah. One of us is gonna get hurt. You got your madness, and I'm good at bad habits. Oh, one of us is gonna get hurt. I'm no one to trust, ask anyone, and you will see it. I love for the thrill. I'm dead serious, it's you or me, you best believe it. This is not a drill. This is fatal attraction. These are times of crowns of passion. One of us gonna get hurt. Took a shot for the magic, but we're crashing into tragic. One of us gonna get hurt. How I love to see you cry. How I love to shut you out. Baby, I'm the gift that's never given. Whoa, I don't know what else to say, so make sure you stay away. Baby, this is war, but no one's winning. Whoa, I'm dead serious, it's you or me, you best believe it. This is not a drill. This is fatal attraction. These are times of crowns of passion. One of us gonna get hurt. Took a shot for the magic, but we're crashing into tragic.
Okay, so as you can see, squats were, well, they were okay. Basically, I tried to stay incredibly calm today, so I'm trying to reserve any hype for the final week of the block. So next week is my really heavy week where I'm planning on hitting PBs, and I essentially just saved any hype or anything like that for next week. So considering I trained far earlier than normal. So I was training by just after, I think it was about 10:30ish when I started, because I finished about 12. So I got all my session done in an hour and a half. So I had literally no time to rest. So I warmed up really quickly to my top set of squats, which was 162.5 for 4, which is 2.5 below my best ever set of 5 that I hit last block for a massive PB. So I think my best ever set of 4 technically matches that at 165, but I've hit it for 5, so yeah, it's like my 5 rep PB. But anyway, rambling. So 162.5 for 4 is heavy for me. I've got a massive PB planned for next week, but I went into this set and I was like, it's gonna be fine. Don't even need to think about it. Just relaxed, calm, so blasé. That's probably the best way to describe it. And then I literally started my set. I did 3 reps. And I was like, oh wait, I need to kind of work for this, which is why the 4th rep was a little bit terrible, a bit shaky, and you can just see on my face, I'm laughing at myself because I was like, this could have moved so much better if I actually thought about what I was doing. But the fact that I can squat 162.5 for 4 without really concentrating, with really quick warm-ups, is really good. Then I jumped to 177.5 for my fatigue single. So the 177.5 for my fatigue single also was okay. I thought it moved terribly, but given the fact I'd just done a set of 4 at 162 where the last rep was hard, I had a very short rest break, went straight into the 177.5. It was okay. It was slower than I wanted it to be, but fatigue singles always feel like crap. I say this every single week. And actually it did move fine. There was still room in the tank, and it wasn't a great squat day. I mean, it wasn't a great training day because I was on such a time crunch and it was such a heavy week. I didn't even have time to think. It was just load the bar, go, load the bar, go kind of thing. And I mean, I did have maybe 4 minutes rest between my top sets. But yeah, so considering that, really happy. And then back offs are probably the highlight, to be fair. 3x5 at 150. great volume. Like, it's not a PB, I've done it before, but last time I did it, it was, well, the last couple, I think I've done it a couple of times before. It's always been very hard and scary, where today, because I knew I was on a time crunch, I didn't really have time to worry about what was on the program or to even think through what I was doing. It was just, right, what have I got in the program? Load it, go, load it, go. And that was kind of how I was the entire session. So for a week 4 session, I didn't have time to think emotionally about what was on the bar or think about how I felt going into it. It was just go into it, which I think was actually a really good thing. I'm gonna probably try and do this more on my heavier weeks. Not my heaviest week of the block, because I wanna have time to actually rest and focus and take my time through it. But maybe on like weeks 1 to 4, I need to make myself train early, get it done, set myself a time limit of how long I can train for, and just be a lot more strict with it. Like, I don't have long rest breaks, but usually between each movement, I have like a 10-15 minute break. Even when it's just recapping, talking to the camera, like, I do sit there and have that break. And I felt like with squats, I was finishing every set, and every set was heavy today. Like, even though there's a week left of the block, like week 4 was heavy, especially 5s at 150, like that is heavy volume. And I would just walk out of each set being like, okay, next one. And don't get me wrong, the last rep of each set was slow, but it was still easy and it was still fine. Like, I was confident, it moved well. It was more just slow because like, I don't know if other people have this. I mean, I'm sure other people do have this. I know other people have this. I've got clients that also have this sometimes. Like, no matter what weight is on the bar, no matter how many reps you're doing, the last rep of the set is just a little bit worse. Not because it's harder, obviously it is gonna be harder, but not because of the fact it's really difficult or the RPE is really high. I think because you know it's the last one, you just don't necessarily put as much oomph into it. I don't know how to explain it, but that's kind of what I felt today on all of my movements, to be fair. So anyway, squats, incredibly happy with. I'll show you bench, which I'm also happy with, but also, again, I think it was the thing of, I didn't have time to rest, so everything was hard, but I was confident I had everything. But you'll see what I mean when you watch it back. Like, my single was all over the place, my rep work was touch and go and all over the place. But yeah, let's just take a look and then I'll talk you through it.
I've got the badness in me. You know what you gotta do. If you got any sanity, this is fatal attraction. These are times of crowds of passion. One of us gonna get hurt. Took a shot for the magic, but we're crashing into tragic.
Okay, so as you can see, my 115 top single was slow, but it wasn't even like it was just slow. Like, I knew I had it. I was 100% confident. It was absolutely fine the entire time. There wasn't a moment of doubt, but my bar path was so all over the place. Like, it was literally like a zigzag, which I never do. Like, sometimes my bar path is a little off, but it's normally little off in that it's a little bit more diagonal than normal, or it's a little bit more straight up than normal. Not it's literally wiggling all over the place. Like, that doesn't happen to me when I bench, and it did today. So that's quite, I mean, I find it quite funny. Like, I was so emotionally detached from today's session because I was in such a regimented thing of, right, this is this on my list of things to do and weights to do, that I didn't care that it didn't move that well, because I also, again, I've mentioned this before, but my fatigue is high. Things aren't going to move well. Like, next week, I'm tapering my bench, I'm tapering my accessories. So next Saturday, 115 should fly, and hopefully there'll be more there. Like, I'm fine with it. But yeah, my 115 was very all over the place, but like, I'm not mad. Like, it is what it is. I don't really care, which is a lovely feeling, not beating myself up for like a bad session. And then I did my back offs. So 4x4 at 107.5, I think is a volume PB. I know I hit 107.5 for 5 last block, and I did 110 for triples last block, but I don't think I've ever done 4 sets of 4 at 107.5. So that's huge, firstly. Like, I'm really happy with that, especially after that grindy single. Like, I was obviously fatigued from that. As a tricep dominant bencher, like, I'm a very tucked bencher. As soon as my triceps, like, as soon as I grind a rep out, my triceps are quite fried. And it was short rest breaks. I think I did all 4 back off sets in literally like 10 minutes. So I did 4x4 at 107.5 in 10 minutes. Like, that's big. I feel like I'm definitely just kind of talking really fast and not explaining my points very well. But I think that's just the theme of these videos, so it's fine. So yeah, like 4x4 at 107.5 after a grindy single at 115, which definitely was grindy because it was misgrooved. I think it was always going to be a little bit slow, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, 4x4 or 4 at 1... What did I just say? Okay, I can't talk. 4x4 at 107.5. 107.5 was my comp max. And I just did 4 sets of 4 on a day where I didn't have much rest, and it was fine. The last rep of every set, again, similar to squats, was a bit of a grind, but I think it's just because I was like, I wasn't resting, and I wasn't like, I was focused on what I was doing on bench with my reps and my positioning and stuff, but at the same time, like, I knew I had it, so there was just this thing in the back of my mind where I wasn't as focused as I maybe would be. So yeah, basically, I'm really happy with how that went. And then I did RDLs after, which was just 3 sets of 8 at 70. I didn't film them, so I mentioned in the last video, I'm basically like tapering back on RDLs today because I've got heavy deadlifts on Wednesday, so that'll hopefully save some energy for them. And also on Monday, I'll taper back pretty much all of my accessories, to be fair, so that'll make me more fresh for deadlifts and squats as well. Yeah, I don't have too much to say. Like, I'm really happy. I think perfect end to week 4. I trained hours and hours earlier than I normally do. So I literally this morning, to make sure I had a good session, I was just prioritising carbs. And because we were out for a meal this afternoon, the macros at the restaurant we went to weren't available anywhere. So I tracked kind of like the calories. So my meal was about 1,000 calories. So I basically was like, okay, well, I've got 1,000 calories to eat around training. So I literally got up at 8 o'clock. I made some homemade granola. Found an incredible recipe that I will definitely put in one of these videos at some point. Some homemade granola with some berries and some yogurt in there. 0 fat yogurt, so it was mostly just carbs. So I had a very carb heavy breakfast, and the granola is also low fat as well because it's literally just like bananas and oats. Like, it's really nice. So very, very carb heavy breakfast, and then I literally showered, got ready, left here I think just after 9, but the traffic was quite bad, so I didn't get to my parents until just before 10. Got to theirs, had an apple, started sipping on a Monster, and then I trained as soon as my dad was in from the gym because he used it first at like 10:30. So yeah, I literally just got up 8, and also, I'm really rambling. I feel like I'm not getting to the point. Again, I said that every video, so I guess if you watch my videos, you're used to that by now. Yeah, it was kind of reassuring in a way that obviously I know, I'm a nutrition coach. I know what to eat on comp day. But it just made me feel really good about the fact that if I am the morning flight, I know I can still have a really good comp day. I want to get used to training in the mornings a bit more, and I think once the flights are announced, if I am the morning group, I will probably try and start training at 10 every Saturday or Sunday, depending on what day I lift. But I don't think they're releasing that until I'm 4 weeks out, which is a bit annoying because I do like to do my like heavy Saturday session, well, Saturday, like whatever that day I'm competing on. So say why can't I get my words out? So say I'm competing on a Sunday, I will move all my sessions back a day. And I will, yeah, so I'll start doing this session on a Sunday instead. But I won't know until I'm 4 weeks out, so I guess we'll just wait and see. Anyway, I'm rambling. Basically, I'm incredibly proud of myself for how that session went. And also just how I'm mentally like, I'm not detached because I obviously still care about how I'm doing in my sessions and stuff. And I'm still doing well, like I'm still hitting the numbers I need to hit, hitting the prescribed numbers. But like, things didn't move today how I wanted them to. I don't think anything moved as well as I wanted to. Maybe my back off 5s on squat, they moved really well, but nothing moved perfectly. Yeah, I didn't care. I think because I knew I could, like, I got through some heavy numbers in an hour and a half in a morning session, which I don't train in the mornings. So that all combined, like, I'm really happy with that. And I think like on a comp day, because I'm not expecting this comp to be small flights, I think they're going to have to mix weight classes together because I don't think there's going to be a full flight of 84s as far as I can tell. Could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I want to compete with people. But if it's like a 10-person flight, then I'm going to have decent rest breaks. And even if it's not, to be fair, even if it's like 6 or 7, I'll still get a good 5 or 6 minutes rest at least between flights. So I know I can train fast and lift heavy in like a short period of time if I need to. But I also think like, what am I going to do when I have the rest? Like next Saturday, got 0 plans and I'm literally just going to prioritize training. I'm going to prioritize food around training and prioritize training. And I'm just going to give myself as long as I need, as long rest breaks as I need. And what am I going to be able to hit with those rest breaks? And that just makes me think comp day. Like the numbers I hit today, if I bench 115 at comp, I'm going to be happy. And I benched it today. Like, no, the pause wasn't quite comp standard, but it was still a pause. And I squatted 177.5 today. After a heavy set of 4, my comp max is 172. Like, obviously I want to squat in the at least the 185 plus, but like everything, like I did this on a day, it's not my heaviest week of the block firstly, so I'm not primed for really heavy sets yet. And I did it in an hour and a half. Like, that's heavy volume in an hour and a half. I'm really happy. Definitely just repeating myself loads and loads of times. Also, very sorry about the angle for this because I haven't got a tripod at home and I didn't want to sit and hold the camera for ages. So I've just botched a tripod for my camera out of boxes that were packed up to move with, but it's a really awkward angle. So I'm kind of like perched upright on the sofa. That doesn't matter though, rambling. Yeah, I don't have much else to say. I feel like I'm just really happy and I hope I keep this like level of happiness all through my prep into comp. I think part of it is just the fact that I'm so happy outside of training at the moment, like with the house move and everything, like I'm just generally feeling really good, really happy. My body weight's down, I've literally got no stress. And I think that's why training is suddenly feeling so good as well. So hopefully we can maintain these low stress levels, we can just keep having fun and keep this going into comp. Like I just want to be happy and in a good mood when I compete, which I'm sure I will be, even if it's a terrible day. Like I think I'm getting really good at detaching my emotions from my sessions. I think I'm getting really good at just doing what I'm doing, getting on with it. If something doesn't go well, oh well, like it doesn't matter. It's not the be all and end all, especially this comp. Like this comp isn't the comp that I'm going to win. I mean, I don't know who's entered. Someone might show up that's way better than me, way stronger than me that I've never even heard of before. But I think I follow every 84 that is within like close to me or better than me. And I don't think any of them are doing this comp. So there is a good chance I might win, but I don't care for this one. Like obviously it's nice to win, obviously. I've not won a national level comp before. And although it's not going to have the best girls in the country, it would still be an achievement. But even if I came third, I don't think I'd be upset because I just want to get back on the platform and PB. And I want to get back on the platform and be in the right mindset where I'm confident in what I can do. Because comps in the past, I haven't been. Manchester Open in August, which was the last comp I did, I was in a really good mindset. Like I went in and I just had fun and I enjoyed myself, which I think was really important for me to do and learn to do on comp day. But I wasn't confident still. Like the fun element was there, but the confidence in my abilities wasn't. So I think this time I just want to go in, I want to enjoy it. Like the most important thing is that I enjoy it. Like this comp doesn't, I mean, yeah, I can't remember where it's at. The most important thing is that I enjoy it, but also I just want to feel confident in what I can do. I don't want to hesitate putting in my attempts. I want to go in, I want to load good numbers, and I want to feel confident I can do it. And if I don't manage to, oh well. As long as no one gets hurt, me or the spotters and loaders, doesn't matter. Like, just go in, have fun, and that is kind of the plan. And I'm just trying to keep this mindset in training as well. So anyway, that was so much ramble, and if you've made it this far, I appreciate you a lot. But I'm gonna wrap this video up here. I hope you have enjoyed. If you have, please do leave a like, comment and subscribe. If you have any questions that you want me to answer like Q&A style, I have been asking for more questions on Instagram, so I've got a few more to go through. But please leave them down below in the comments and I will either answer you in the comments or I will answer it in a video because I want to start doing more Q&As. But let's just wrap this up here. I am very excited for week 5. I'm just going to have fun and enjoy it. I'm also excited to try tapering my secondary day on Wednesday and seeing how that affects my Saturday. So I guess we'll discover that next week. But yeah, very happy and nothing else to say. Talking for the sake of talking. As always, thank you for watching and I will see you on Friday for the next video.